What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shades Tube, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I did not forget to put it up here on the screen tonight. Because, like the other day, I think that was yesterday, where I forgot to include myself on the stage. Okay, but I didn't forget tonight. So anyway, welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in a replay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this Fuccery Friday / Saturday late live, you guys. Yeah. Anyway, let's go to do that copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. It will be in my comment area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen right there. Guys, if you like this video tonight, make sure you thumbs it up. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Also, share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much. If you want to show additional support to this channel, you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99. All right. And that will allow you to see all the members only lives, any other perks that we do have. If you don't want to do that, you can do a super sticker or a super chat. If you don't want to do that, you can do a cash app at $Shades too. All donations and stuff are used for this channel. And thank you in advance. All right. So tonight, guys, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We are going to be talking about Yella Beezy being released from jail earlier. I think it was earlier today. Yeah. On earlier Friday. Okay. I told y'all the other day that it usually take anywhere from a couple of hours until the next day, 24 hours for people to be released on bail. Okay, because they have to go to all the, processes and things like that. Also, we're going to be talking about this crazy babysitter who unalives a child. She stabbed the child 10 times. Okay. And it's just plain ridiculous. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Plus, Kanye West has a new lawsuit. And we got another person, I think a rapper, who is unalive. Also, I'm going to be talking about Young Dolph, his iller, what he requests. And let's see what else. Okay, we'll try to talk about all this stuff in this hour. And then Sean Kingston, you guys, and his mother are both found guilty. All right, so we're going to be talking about that and any other news that I can get in here quickly. All right. So let's go ahead and start this off, guys. Get you something to drink and relax in bed. If you are at work, watch me on a down low or either listen to me on a down low. And thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and start off with this live. All right. Let me go ahead and put these headers up. We're going to first start with Yella Beezy. No, actually, we will start with Kanye West. Okay. Let's start with Kanye West first. I'm going to change this thing up here. Let's edit this and put Kanye name up here. So he has a new lawsuit, like I just said, you guys. I'm going to tell you guys about that in 1 second. Okay. Excuse me. It's allergy season, I believe, and stuff. So that's why I've been coughing more and things like that. And I'm getting hoarse again. All right. So anyway, with Kanye West, guys, let me let it come on now. This is according to Pop Culture. Kanye West, the rapper known now as Ye, has been hit with a copyright infringement lawsuit after a German singer refused to be associated with him. All right. So on March the 25th, 2 German corporations and singer Alice Merton filed a lawsuit against the 808s and Heartbreaks rapper for unauthorized commercial exploitation of the musical composition Blind Side. The lawsuit, which was obtained by People magazine, as well as Merton and Guatwinkle, GmbH, and Paper Plane Publishing, GmbH, they claims that the corporations owned the rights to Ye's song "Gun to My Head," and that the 47-year-old rapper willfully engaged in the infringement of copyright with the composition of "Gun to the Head," which contains an unauthorized sample of Blind Side. In 2023, Ye released "Gun to My Head" with Kid Cudi and Ty Dolla $ign, and the public became aware that it contained an unauthorized sample of Blind Side per the court filing. Okay? Now, after the song's release, Ye allegedly sent a request to BMG for sample approval. The request was denied after the corporation responded to say that the artist's values are contrary to our values. Okay, so they didn't want him, sampling their music because they don't want to be associated. Hey, Jermaine, what's up? What's up? They do not want to be associated with Kanye West, also known as Ye. Now, Alice Merton was unwilling to compromise her personal beliefs and wanted not to be associated with West in any manner. And that's according to the filing. Of significant concern to plaintiff Merton were defendants West anti-Semitic racist remarks, which were made publicly and continue to be made publicly. Merton is a German resident who has close ties to the Holocaust through Jewish family members who survived horrors and, as such, feels closely connected to it. The legal filing went on to state that Merton had faced threats after not clearing the sample and that fans of the rapper were relentless. In addition to the negative association with West that plaintiffs were trying to avoid, plaintiff Merton began receiving DEATH threats and abuse from defendants' fan base online because she would not clear the sample. Defendant did nothing to stop the abuse, allowing his fans to intimidate and harass plaintiff Merton and failing to acknowledge that plaintiffs had rejected defendant's request to use plaintiff's song. And that's according to the filing. And as we know, recently Kanye has made headlines for calling out fellow rapper Playboi Carti for not including him on his smash hit #1 album, I Am Music. After a fan asked him on X to end Carti's career, he said, "I will, and I am going to." Okay, so yeah, as you can see, Kanye West, also known as Ye, he has a new lawsuit. All right. Let's read a couple of these comments. Light. Now he's talking about somebody. Well, no, it says light at the end of the tunnel. But still, why make a name like that? Anyway, he said, boy, rappers have the craziest names. I think mine would be Rye Penny Flag, LOL. It should be learn how to use correct grammar and things like that. That's what he needs to learn to do. All right, point blank. Gosh. And those are just nicknames. I'm pretty sure their parents don't call them by their nicknames. They probably call them, not those nicknames. Those are like stage names. So their parents probably called them by their actual names or maybe a nickname that they gave them when they were younger. Sandy said, Kanye, you need to stop running around with your naked wife and get back into church, dude. What are you doing? Your kids are seeing all this mess and they love you. And I agree. So that's right. He was into church. He just left that alone, huh? Gosh, that's crazy. Let's see. Somebody said, Kanye, man, sit the hell down and focus on taking your meds and being the best dad you can be. Yeah, I agree. So somebody said he needs to be Diddy's roommate. Then another commenter said, Diddy just got off on his charges. What is this world coming to? They needed to throw the key away on that man. Okay. Now, when did Diddy got off on his charges? Did you guys hear anything like that today? That would be all over the news if that was true. Okay, this is the final comment for this topic. Somebody said he's beyond help, and I remember what my mother used to say: you need to learn to help yourself before others can help you. But we all can see that he won't and never will. Okay, let me do this. This boy is so boy. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on for a second. Hold on. All right. Okay, y'all have to text somebody real quick. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, that was the last comment that I did read. So they said Kanye is beyond help, and he clearly is not going to try to help himself. So he's just too far gone. You know, I don't know, because I don't know him personally. I don't know if he's too far gone. I think he can still be helped. You know, maybe his wife should intervene. I don't know. She probably scared. I don't know. You know, but the thing is that he needs to, you know, get himself together. That's all I can say about that. And stop, you know, doing the most, because eventually it's going to, you know, bring really, it's going to bring major destruction to him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to really say so. He already said too much when he was talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids. All right. He said too much when he did the Jewish thing. You know, he said too much when he did many things. So again, if the right people help him, I guess, or intervene, he probably could be helped. You know, I don't think, you know, some people are beyond help, but a lot of times people are not beyond help. They can still get help. It's just the fact if somebody wants to take the time to do that, you know what I'm saying? Or care enough. This boy is so annoying. I'm gonna make him post this there. I'm trained to notice. Okay. Goodness, he is so annoying with this damn soccer team at times. Okay, let's see. So what do you guys think about Kanye? What do y'all think about that lawsuit, him using that sample without authorization? And then when the lady, I guess that's a lady, did not want to associate with him, you know, she didn't want her song associated with him, period. But she said she doesn't basically represent what he does because, you know, he was up there doing that, you know, what's that thing called that he had on? It shows he's against Jewish people. So, and whatever else he said about the Holocaust and things like that. So, yeah, they didn't want to be, that lady in particular did not want to be, I think that's a lady or man, I don't know for sure, did not want to be associated with him, the music or anything. So I don't understand why he still used it. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to send the company a request to use the music after you already used it? That's crazy. I don't know if he need to move overseas. He just need to sit down somewhere and be quiet. Okay. Well, he did. They did say he finds peace there, so I see what you're saying. But eventually, I believe he's going to be acting up over there. You know what I'm saying? Once he get used to being there, yeah, I think he's going to be acting up there. Okay. Now let's see what else we got here. So y'all just tell me what y'all think about Kanye. Do y'all think he can be helped, or you think he can't be helped? And do y'all think his wife should do it, or do y'all think his wife might be, afraid or something like that? What do you guys think? I don't give a damn what them parents complain about. This dude, let me tell you, hold on, y'all. This dude, just say I just got home. I'm trying to be nice. Well, maybe you need to tell me. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what time he gave me that notice. He gave me that notice at, it was yesterday after I asked, because I asked him. And so I sent that notice. I sent it. It's this month. Hold on. I'm on the wrong damn shit. I sent that notice yesterday. I don't know what time it was when I sent mine. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I sent it at 6:02 my time. So he did send a notice back at 6:11 my time. Okay. A lot of say we send all this shit. Wish them I different tree. What is the EID? ED idiot. Y'all hold on for a second. Okay, boy. Okay, well, anyway, let me go ahead. I thought they were getting a divorce too. I don't know. That's what the rumors said. I don't know if that's 100% true. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. I don't know if that's true. If Kanye and his wife is getting a divorce, I don't know. Just like they said, Kanye wanted Kim K back. I don't know if all that stuff is true. Those are rumors. We just don't know for sure. All right. So anyway, let's move on for Kanye right now, and let's go ahead and go into the next topic, which is the crazy babysitter who stabs the child 10 times. Okay, we're going to go into that. We're going to do Beezy, Yella Beezy in a minute. Okay. Okay, let's go down here. It's 9 o'clock there. I'm going to have to put this up real quick so I'll be fine to tell this dude off in his language. I'm just playing. Oh my God. Let's see. That's why sometimes, sometimes you hate doing stuff for people because they just don't understand that you have things to do too. Now, granted, when I wrote him the message, it was 6 o'clock, but realize this, that entire time I was at work. All right, the entire time. I just got home from work. So he needs to realize that. I understand that they want to be notified in advance, but maybe if he would have told me early in the morning versus at 6 o'clock my time, 12 a.m. No, it was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. his time. That's crazy. Let me do this here. I'm unthinkable. I spelled unthinkable wrong. Okay, so we're going to talk about this babysitter while I also get this damn training notice up before I be mean in a minute. Trying to be nice and professional. I know. You said, why would he want Kim back? Hey, that's what they said. Shit, good and damn well you would be all over Kim K if you would have met Kim K before all of the stuff that she has been. I don't really see nothing she's been doing besides the tape with Ray J and that little stuff right there. But if you would have met her before then, good and damn well you would have been all over Kim K. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all know y'all fake as crap. Let me say something because I'm tired of him. That's why, hold on, because I got to say something. You need to send me these notices. You need to send me the time earlier. Hold on. Because I be working. When I ask, hold on, y'all. So you have to give me time to damn post it. You should be sending me. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Out of the kindness of my heart, I started the soccer team with him, right? Okay, it's been since 2018, right? Okay, the thing is, I do supposed to post the training notice, but the thing is this right here. I contacted him at 6 o'clock or six something in the evening, my time. It was like three something in the morning, his time. All right. So, okay. So why didn't he contact me in the morning time, his time? Why does it take me to contact him to ask him about training when he should have been notifying me early in the morning about training times so I will have all day to post it, especially before I go to work? Because once I go to work and I'm working and concentrating on what I need to do, I wasn't really thinking about no daggone soccer team. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I was thinking about just doing what I got to do, my job. And then when I got here, now he's talking about I don't respond to his messages properly. Boy, people be rare get patience. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Okay, it's like he does not realize I do. I be fucking working. Now I'm trying to be nice. So now I'm gonna let him just sit right there with these damn messages going back and forth. That is so crazy. I don't know why people think your life revolves around everything they do. I don't understand that. Now, anyway, let me go into this babysitter before this boy makes me mad. Okay, on this live. Okay, anyway, let me go back to the original story first because this is like two parts of the story. Hold on. And then I got to talk about young Scooter. I think that's his name as well. Okay, so let me start from this one right here. So anyway, this is a damn shocking news. And I'm going to call it fuckery. And not because of the child being unalive, but the fact that this babysitter slash on and off again girlfriend, what this chick did. All right, so that's why I'm going to call it fuckery. Her actions is fuckery, and that's on everything. Hold on, let me go to the thing up here. It's crazy. That's why you get to be very cautious who you date, who you let keep your kids. Okay. So let me tell y'all about this. This babysitter, let me take this back down. I just wanted to put that up there real quick. Hold on. I wish this thing would stay with the original message when I have it up here. Let's see, y'all. I gotta find it again. So anyway, let me start telling you guys about it. Okay, so this babysitter, you guys, allegedly stabbed a 3-year-old to unaliving. Okay. She also left messages written in blood for her dad to find her. I honestly don't know what is wrong with these people these days, because these type of crimes right here are happening more and more each day. You know, I got so many articles, so many topics, so many news topics on my phone right now where parents, girlfriend, boyfriends, husband, wives have done the unthinkable to their kids or someone else's kids. And it just does not make any sense. Okay, so anyway, let me go ahead and tell you. Let me show you a picture. Well, actually, I won't show you a picture of this little girl, but let me go ahead and tell you the story. So, a Las Vegas family is reeling over the loss of their beloved daughter. The little girl was fatally stabbed, reportedly by a person trusted to take care of her. The toddler's father was the one to discover his daughter's body. Now, in addition to stabbing the toddler, the Yller, whom police say was the girl's babysitter, left behind a series of chilling messages. Some of the messages were even written using the little girl's blood. Now, anyway, the dad, Jeremy Ross, left for work around 6 p.m. on March the 25th, 2025, leaving his daughter, Journey, in the care of his roommate, Marquetta Phillips. When he returned home around 3:30 a.m., he found Phillips sitting on the kitchen floor, surrounded by multiple knives. She was just out of it or something. I walked into the room and I seen my baby girl on the bed. That's according to her dad. Okay. Now he immediately called 911 and began chest compressions, trying to save his daughter's life. Anyway, KLAS obtained the audio of the 911 phone calls, during which Ross could be heard saying, "A crazy girl cut my baby up." He could also be heard saying, "This girl just walked out the effing house from cutting my baby up." Phillips, who Ross told police was his on and off girlfriend. She left the home on foot before police arrived. She was found around 5 a.m. with blood on her. Back at the house, police found multiple kitchen knives and scissors with blood on them. They also found 3 notes between the bedroom and a hallway. One read, "See what happens when you F with people's lives," while another one said, "Now we both have nothing." In the bedroom, there was a message on the wall, apparently written in blood. She said, "Everybody who played me is cursed." When she finally spoke with police, she claimed to have snapped. She also admitted to stabbing Journey more than once. Her reason was to get back at him, she told police. Anyway, Jeremy said, "I did not know she was a crazy case." Phillips appeared in court on Thursday, March the 27th. Also present were Jeremy Ross and Phelan Whitson, who is Journey's mother. The parents shared custody, and Whitson told reporters that the court appearance was the first time she ever seen the girl, Phillips. The mom said, I did not know this woman. Today was literally the first day I saw this woman. She took my baby." Journey was stabbed 10 times in the torso, the legs, and neck. She could light up a room wherever she was at. That's according to the statement her mom made. In July, Journey would have turned 4 years old. Her dad said, "I deserve justice." The mom said, my baby girl, and the dad, both of them said, my baby girl is going to get the justice that she deserves because this ain't right. Anyway, Marquetta Phillips faces charges including open murder with a deadly weapon. Judge Susan Bacon said that Phillips is being held without bail. She will be in court again on April the 1st. So what do you guys think about that? And hey, Nate the Great Podcast, thank you so much for tuning in. What do you guys think about that story? Let me put my pants. It's cold in here. Hold on, y'all. What do you guys think about that? This lady sounds like she was doing some type of sacrifice. I hate to say that. She wrote in blood, in the little girl's blood, everybody who played her will be cursed. So that sounds like she was doing some type of sacrifice on that little girl. And that's really what it sounds like. And I don't believe she snapped. I believe she's I believe she sacrificed that little girl. What do you call that? Not sacrifice. What do you call that? When they do those little let's see. I believe she performed a ritual on her. Okay? Because she was mad at the dad. Because they did say that was his on and off again girlfriend plus babysitter. So I believe that she was mad at the dad, obviously, for whatever reason. And she used that little girl for ritual purposes, where she had to unalive that little girl and use her blood to do a curse on that dude and whomever else played her. That's what I believe. Crazy. You said it sounds demonic, like a possession or something. Yeah, sitting up there in the middle of the damn floor, the kitchen floor with knives and scissors. You guys know good and damn well this lady sounded like she was doing some type of satanic stuff. And you definitely got to be careful. You're right. You're right, Nate. Yes, rest in peace to Journey. Okay, so let me read a couple of these comments. Shelby said, when interviewed, the dad said he brought the woman into the home about a year ago. They were in a relationship on and off, according to him. He said he thought they could work together to help each other out, that he was going to help the woman with her music, with a place to live, etc. It sounds like she was fed up with the on and off thing. Probably wasn't happy being considered the babysitter, and she snapped to get back at him. But you snap, but don't snap on the little girl. You know what I'm saying? Please snap and leave. Shit. The mom of the baby claimed to not know the woman, never saw her. How do you not know who has been babysitting your child for at least a year in the home of her dad? The little girl is the one who suffered at the hands of someone who she was living with and probably helping to raise her. Parents need to be more diligent with who is in your home with your children. May this sweet girl rest in peace. And I agree, definitely. First of all, you got to stop playing with people's feelings in the first place, because that on again, off again type stuff. You just can't be doing all this stuff, and you just can't be doing it. It's not cool. And then the girl staying with you, okay? And he never recognized that she had some craziness to her, and some weirdness going on. He never recognized any of that. That's weird. So let's see here. Monique said, this is a damn shame. As a matter of fact, this is worse than a damn shame. It certainly is worse than that, because, again, this chick stabbed this little girl 10 times, all over the torso, legs, just all over. Okay, and she was using scissors and knives. All right, and then she took the little girl's blood and wrote messages saying all types of stuff. That's crazy. Somebody said the F penalty would be justice. Hell is waiting for her. Kathleen said, this woman took the baby life for what? To hurt the man who didn't want to date her anymore? She unalived a baby due to jealousy. Her cellmates will find out and make sure she gets a nice welcome to the neighborhood party. That poor baby. She knew this woman and trusted this woman. Little girl must have been so scared. I hope justice is served swiftly. You know that little girl was just probably screaming all over the place, you guys. Damn. Somebody said this was revenge and she used an innocent baby. So let us revenge the baby girl. Put this evil person under the jail. This is pure evil. Baby girl, rest in peace. I say if you unalive a child, we unalive them instead of paying good tax money. I agree. You said, why was she watching the child if her, because he let her move in the house. Okay, so she was also his roommate. So you know how they go. They roommate, every now and then they link up together. He probably had other women. The girl probably didn't like it. So she got fed up one day and took it on a little girl. But she also, to me, sounds like she into some other stuff because she wrote that message in that little girl's blood and said, everybody who played her is cursed. That sounds like some kind of ritual type shit. You know what I'm saying? It really does. Some type of witchcraft type shit going on right there. Somebody said, now this is a good punishment right here, and I agree with this one. She deserved to be left alone with the father for 24 hours. Whatever he does is what she deserves. You know what? I agree. I never thought about that. When people do stuff to these kids, yes, that's what they should do. Yeah, that would be perfect. Yes. Anthony said, satanic hellfire awaits. Rest in peace, little girl. Let's see if anybody said anything else. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Let's see. Nobody even paid attention to her writing the name in blood and stuff. I don't see any comments saying anything about that. That's what I was looking for. Crazy ass woman, honey. And I just don't understand why he did not realize or see any type of what the word am I looking for? Clue. Any type of clue that this girl was off the chain. Crazy as heck. It's just, weird. A person staying with you for a year and you and this person are linking up every so often. I would think he would know that she has some issues, some loose screws or something. So it's weird. How would you not know? Let's see what else I got on that story. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if this is any more, if they gave us any more information on this. The second story. Let's see. I think it's going to go back over the same thing that I just read. Yeah, it's the same actual story. Hold on. Let me see what else they said about this lady. Yeah, I already went over all this right here. So when I get updates on this story, I'm going to definitely let you guys know. So again, Marquetta Phillips faces charges, including open murder with a deadly weapon. And I'm just thinking that she probably is going to get like more charges too. Damn. The little girl is so cute. I'm not going to show the little girl's picture on here, but she's a cute little girl. And it's a damn a shame that this lady did all of this. It's crazy, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people. That's why you got to really be cautious who you bring around your kids and who you let babysit your children. And I still can't believe the mom never met this lady. So what she do? The dad just came and picked up the child And that was it. She never went over the dad's house just to see how the dad is living or anything. That's weird. Because you would think that since they, have a little child together, that they would be discussing with each other if they start talking to someone. If they start talking to someone and have that person around their child, you would think that she would be asking to meet that person. You see what I'm saying? It's weird. Anyway, my condolences are expressed out and my prayers are expressed out to the dad, the mom, other family members, and my sympathy is also expressed out to them as well. They need a bunch of sympathy because losing a child is so, heartbreaking. 3 years old, and then her birthday will be coming up in July. That's crazy. And I don't see any more information about this lady either, but when I do get some more information on her, I'm going to let you guys know. And I'm still shocked nobody said anything about the fact that she was writing messages in blood, which is crazy. Definitely. Very weird people. Let's see. This boy be tripping. Let me post this real quick before I have to go off of him. Okay, hold on, y'all. And he's not gonna listen anyway, so let me just post this real quick. Sometimes you let these men just do whatever they want to. Let's see. 2 p.m. Let me just post this real quick. Hold on for 1 second. Y'all think about that little article. That topic I just talked to you guys about, and just tell me, do y'all agree that this lady should be given the penalty? What do you think her punishment should be? Let me just post this real quick because this boy about to get on my nerves. Let's see. Players must come with their dues and all this stuff he wants me to write on here. Damn. Let me see if I can remember all this stuff. Let me go back like this and do this. Training time is at what time? At 2. Hold on, let me see this. Training time. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see. Training is at 2 p.m. Let me write this shit down real quick. Main star. Hold on, let me just post this real quick, y'all. I have to put all this stuff in here. Copy. This one little picture comes up every time. I don't want to lose this picture. See if I can pull up some more stuff over here. Oh, we're going to use this one right here. Oh, man, it didn't even show what the daggone thing. Gosh, let me do this like this. It's supposed to have been up here. I hate when I do that. So what time did I say training was? At 2 p.m., right? 2 p.m. I think I said 2. And the day is what? It's the 29th. It is the 29th. Okay, so 2 p.m. What time is it there? It's only 9:30. Like them parents won't got enough time. Yeah, like he act like I'm posting a notice at 12 o'clock. But I do understand him saying that I need to do it on time. I do understand that. But at the same time, he still got to understand that when I did contact him to ask him about the time of training, I was at work. You got to realize that. That's why I think he needs to start giving me the training notice early in the morning, my time. I think he said jotter. Okay. Parents are to come with their water bottles and jotters. Also, let's see. Also, please come with your dues. Well, let me put that on there, y'all. Hold on. I think this is how you write this. Let's see, a splendid weekend. Let me see if I did this shit right. I may have to splendid weekend. Let me backspace this real quick. Backspace this. And then I'll do a separate. What's the holiday called? Not holiday, but the Muslim day. Ed something. I'm about to look at that again because I can't remember how to spell that. Let me make sure I got all this. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Let me do this real quick. Let's see, what is that called? Make sure. Yeah, I got jotter right. Oh, in pen. Did I already say pen? Jot in pen. Let me write this down. Let me copy this right here. Hold on, y'all. 1 minute. Jotter in pen. And I got that right. Trainee dude. 2 p.m. Jotter in pen. And the Muslim idiot. I forgot how you pronounce that. Let me do this again. Jotter in pen. I need to add that on there. Hold on. I got to do this one more time, y'all. Hold on. Oh, you can edit now. Good. Damn. I cannot believe this. Wait. Let's see. Add the water bottles. Let me take that out there right there. Put jotter. Water bottles. Jotter. And pen. There you go. I'm glad you can edit now, man, because I thought I was going to type this all over again. And then let me put this. I have a spend a blessed weekend. Let me put this message in there because I got to make sure I spell it right. Okay, let me say we wish you, wait a minute, MSSA wishes you, MSSA wishes everyone I'm gonna put a blessed. I guess I'm writing this right. Well, hold on, y'all. Wishes. Okay, I think I got that up there. Hold on. Let's see. See prayer. Stamp the jotter. Okay, let's see. Keep on correcting this because they spell stuff different. Okay, there you go. Now it's done. Damn. Let me see. Now I can post it back. I got it all in there. Okay, cool. So you can stop bugging me. Damn. It's up there now. All right. Let me tell them noted because I ain't got time for all that arguing, going back and forth shit. I got you. I'm just going to put noted. Because I'm trying to do this damn live. Man, I ain't got time for all that back and forth stuff. So sorry about that, y'all. I had to go ahead and post that real quick, all right? So anyway, like I said, people definitely got to be careful with their kids these days, with who they bring around their kids, and just be cautious and just careful and just be, aware, be making sure you check out people before you actually start linking up with them like that, letting them move into your home and babysit your kids, and be watching them too, just to, see what they're about, especially if they're living in your house. You got to pay attention. I still can't believe he didn't know this chick was a little off, because I mean, she snapped and cut the little girl up with a knife and scissors. She snapped and then she wrote all that stuff in blood. That's weird. Okay, that's very strange. She snapped. She should have snapped and left out the house once he got back and told him that she's moving out or some shit, or got herself together and moved out. It's crazy. But I definitely hope that justice is served on this lady 100%, because what she did was just like, it's beyond horrible. And I can only imagine how that little girl, was, what the little girl was going through. I can imagine that. That's sad. 3 years old, she probably was petrified. She probably was calling for her daddy and her mom. That's sad. Anyway, let me give y'all some more information. So the convicted unaliver of young Dolph, he requested a new trial, you guys. A new trial. Let me give y'all that story real quick. That's crazy. I'm still thinking about this babysitter. That's weird. Does it even make any sense? This is taking all day to change. Let's see if we can change it now. Okay. So anyway, the man convicted in unaliving Memphis rapper Young Dolph wants a new trial. Wait a minute, this is the wrong thing. I got the wrong thing. Hold on, y'all. This is not this. No. I think I got the wrong thing. This is right. Oh, man, I think I got the wrong thing, y'all. Okay. I actually took down the wrong damn story. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is tell y'all what I was going to tell you about him later, because I actually saved the wrong story. When I be out here working and trying to get information, sometimes I end up copying the wrong stuff. So yeah, I got this. I was actually trying to get the story for him a couple of weeks ago in March, like on the 14th or the 17th or something like that. I actually saved and shared the wrong daggone story. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. I'm just only going to take like 3 minutes to see if I can find it real quick. I hate when I do that, but it is what it is. Let me see. I bet you I won't even be able to find it. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to have to get this information later and then give it back to you guys probably in my next live, because I don't know exactly where I got it. Is this it right here? No. This couldn't be the one that I got. Hold on. I forgot exactly what it said too. Yeah. So what I'll do is, like I said, I should have the information when I do my next live, because I actually saved and shared the wrong stuff. And this is all, I don't even see it on here now, what I was looking for. Okay, so instead of talking about Young Dolph, I'm gonna have to come back and talk about him in the next live. Let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Damn. So let's take this down. I had to get the right story. That's not the one. Let's see if this is it right here. No, what is this right here? Let me see if this is it. Let me turn this down. Let's see what this is. Oh no, this is not it. This is that earthquake they had over there. 7.7 they had in a foreign country. Yeah, I just saved the wrong shit. Point blank. I don't even see it on the other thing. So let's go ahead and talk about Sean Kingston, because I can't believe I put the wrong damn story. I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that shit. But when you be trying to do stuff and you're working and you're trying to do stuff that when you stop and stuff, it's hard sometimes. It's hard. Y'all don't know all the stuff I have to do. Anyway, Sean Kingston and his mother were both found guilty of obtaining luxury watches, cars, and etc. using fraud. Okay. Let's see. So they both, him and his mom, have been convicted of federal wire fraud charges. So yesterday, a jury found the beautiful girl singer and his mom guilty of all charges against them following a 5-day trial. And this is according to court documents reviewed by USA Today. They both face one count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud. Gosh. So Turner was reprimanded into U.S. Marshal custody, and the judge recommended her incarceration at the Miami Federal Detention Center until her sentencing. Dang, nobody is talking about this. This is crazy. Kingston, whose real name is Keyshawn Paul Anderson, will have his bond terms modified to include home detention with electronic monitoring, with $200,000 cash to be turned over to the U.S. District Court for Southern Florida. So I wonder why she is going straight to jail until sentencing, but her son will have home detention with the little thing around his leg, his ankle. Anyway, Kingston, 35, and Turner are scheduled to be sentenced on July the 11th. Each count has a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Damn. And all they took, you guys, they took $1 million in fraud and theft. Y'all better stop all that damn stealing, because man, and that wire fraud and all that stuff, they can get a maximum sentence of 20 years. So they can get a lesser sentence. The most they can get is 20 years though. But still. Now let's see. This according to the mother and son's July indictment, they both conspired to commit wire fraud between April 2023 and March 2024. In other words, they show intent to defraud and to obtain money and property by means of materially false and fraudulent pretenses, representations, and promises. Maximum amount, 20 years, right. The indictment claimed Kingston and Turner sought to unjustly enrich themselves by falsely representing that they had executed bank wire or other monetary payment transfers as payment for cars, jewelry, and other goods. They were accused of keeping the items despite never paying for them. That's crazy. The U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of Florida also alleges Kingston leveraged his celeb status and often persuaded his victim vendors to stray from their regular business practices and convince them to either supply or deliver their goods and service prior to receipt of full payment. This is the mom, Sean Kingston. This is crazy, man. I be wondering, do people think they're gonna ever get caught when they be stealing? You can probably do what he did and other people do and live the good life, spending money, acting like you're rich, you got all this shit. But one thing you keep failing to realize is that somebody is going to find out. And when they do, you are going to pay the price. What blank? These people did this for 1 year. That's it. $1 million. And they can get a maximum amount of time of like 20 years. So listen, they got three watches. Okay, that involved fake wire transfers for $285,000 and $480,000. Then $160,000 car and $40,000 worth of audio video equipment. That's crazy. The two still face state level charges in Florida, and their cases have yet to go to trial. They are accused of carrying out a defrauding scheme, committing grand theft, and fraudulently using individuals' personal information to obtain services. So they're using people, they have IDs or something. That's crazy. So they did this from October 2023 through March 2024. Damn, that's crazy. Let's read some of these daggone comments because that's crazy as ever. And I say the same thing. Somebody said, don't people think about the consequences of their actions? I don't feel a bit sorry for them. I don't either because it's crazy. Damn, you didn't think about what would happen if you get caught? You know, eventually the people IDs and shit or personal information that you're taking, they're going to realize somebody is using their stuff. I mean, they did all this. They have fancy cars, shopping trips, good dinners, and whatever else. They're bragging to people. They risk all of their freedom for that. Somebody said that's real stupid. He thinks he is above the law. That's crazy, guys. Let's see if I can find a decent comment. Somebody said 20 years for each charge. That's not what they said. They said a maximum of 20 years. So that means they can't get any more years than 20. Unless they got some new charges. Let me stop. Who knows? That's crazy though. Somebody said, but Mama said wire transfer fraud was the way to go wrong. That's crazy. But anyway, you know, you can't be going around here, you know, doing the things that he was doing, him and his mom, and expect to never get caught. Plus, you need to work for your stuff like everybody else do and get it the right way. Stealing stuff, you know, stealing to have riches and to have things, it's not the way you really, you know, I mean, it's not worth it for one thing, and it's not the route that you should want to take just to prove to people that you got money. That's crazy. All right, we've been on here an hour. Let's see what time is it. Okay, we got about another 20 minutes. Let me go ahead and cover Yella Beezy. Okay. That's crazy. I'm still talking about Sean Kingston, his mom. Damn. So as y'all know, Yella Beezy is out on bail. Okay. He posted the $750,000 to $75,000 to get out of jail. So now he is on house arrest with an ankle monitor on at home. So what do you guys think about that? Let's go ahead and read the article. So, like they said, he is back on the streets. Yella Beezy is back on the streets because he made bail in the Texas murder case against him after his bond was reduced to $750,000 versus the $2 million. So they released him this on Friday morning after posting a $750,000 bond. And y'all know he was just arrested about a week ago. Now they said, wow, Yella Beezy bail was initially set at $2 million. A Texas judge reduced it Thursday at a bond reduction hearing, as we all know. Now, prosecutors are accusing Yella of employing a man named Keyone White to unalive Mo 3. Yella Beezy's legal name is Marquise Conroy, and he has pleaded not guilty. So, Yella Beezy's attorney, Toby Shook, said to TMZ he feels relieved to be released. And then the lawyer said, I can't comment any further on his plans. Okay? So again, Yella Beezy is out of jail, like you guys already know. He has on his little ankle monitor. He had to turn in his passport. He cannot be in association with the victims or people who know him. I don't know. I know it's victims, and I can't remember who else he can't be around. And he has to have on an ankle monitor as well. So what do you guys think about that? Who do you guys think bailed him out of jail? Or do you think he did it himself? Yep, 20 years for wire fraud. Or maximum. Maximum amount of time you can get for wire fraud is 20 years. So what do you guys think about Yella Beezy being released from jail on Thursday morning because he posted his bail, $75,000? So you think Errol Spence is the one who bailed him out? It could be. It could be. You just never know. Let's see if they can tell us. I know they're not going to tell us, but we're just going to type it in anyway. Let's see. Probably not going to give it to them. Let's see. Yeah, it's not even here. Nope, it's not even here. But I'm pretty sure they're probably talking about it on TikTok and speculating who posted that bail. He could have did it himself though, because I think I read that in Texas they are allowed to do that if they have sufficient income. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to TikTok and see what they talk about this. Let's see. So let's hear this. These people are lying now. And this is a lie right here. Why do people put this bullshit up here? I'm just going to play it for y'all. And I know this is a damn lie. But I'm just going to put, this is what foolishness they be putting up on TikTok. Now, know that this is not true. Because I have not seen anything that that indicates this to be true, okay? Well, this is crazy to watch. No, we're not gonna play because he got rap playing. This is what he put up here. Now, I did not hear anything, and I've been on TMZ, and I did not see anything that indicates this. I don't know why people just be putting stuff up. That's just lies, just straight up lies. Oh, boy, that's crazy. Let me go ahead and go to some of this. They just lying. This little kid up here dancing. They just made this let y'all get up there like that. Let's see. Let's see. Released on bail. Let me see which one I'm going to use. Let me make sure they're not playing the music. Okay, let's look at this one. From $2 million, so his bond got reduced from $2 million down to $700. What I want to know is who got him out. By now, y'all have seen the videos of his family in the courtroom. Who made the bill, or did he do it himself? They, question her on the stand, asking her about his whereabouts of his home in Plano, Texas, and a slew of other questions. His home is not in Plano. They said it's in West Bay that he had access to, and things of that nature. They also played some footage in the courtroom of the unaliving of Mo 3, and it was so sad because his family had to sit there and rewatch that video. I know it was videos that came out around the time when it actually happened, but to have to sit there and rewatch it again, I know that was very traumatic for them. But he ended up getting his bail reduced, and it got dropped down to $750K, and obviously he was able to make it. He is a free man, like I knew he would be. He's not a free man, but he's out. His feet. And I'm sure there's definitely going to be more to come out. And like I said, I will keep y'all updated on this. But right now, that's all I have. Until next time. It's not much you can say. So in the latest update, it turns out that unless you just want to do some conspiracy theories, because we don't know who posted the bill. If he did not do it himself, because in the state of Texas, you can't post your own bail if you have sufficient income. That's what we read last night anyway. All right, so some people think Earl Spence posted it. Just don't know. And he's not a free man. I mean, how are you free if you got on a daggone ankle monitor and you can't leave the house, you can't do normal activities, you can't have guests that are victims or anything like that? How are you a free man? He's free in his, he's free to be in his house, but if he do anything wrong, he's right back in that jail, in that cell.
Yella Beezy has reportedly been released from jail after his bond was reduced from $2 million to $750,000. Word on the street is that his grandma had a lot to do with his bond getting reduced. She took the stand, answered a couple of questions about Yella Beezy's finances.
He might used to be, but...
And she says that if he could have paid that $2 million bond to be out, he would be.
If he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Courts went on to ask her about Yella Beezy providing for her and other members of their family.
It's helping to support other individuals in the family and also extended family friends.
I'm not into his business like that.
The grandma went on to say that she was not in his business like that, and that at one point in time, he was really well off. But if he could afford that $2 million bond, he would. Bond got reduced to $750,000 on Thursday. And per CBS News, he has been released from a Dallas County jail today. Those of you guys who are unaware, locked up, authorities are accusing him of hiring Keywan White to unalive Mo 3. There have been multiple reports that following Mo 3's passing, Yella Beezy withdrew $40,000 from the bank. And I'm assuming there are going to be way more details to follow this entire situation. Neighbors, I'm curious to know what y'all think about this. Yella Beezy's grandma just came through in the clutch for him. Drop them thoughts in the comments, guys. Peace.
Okay.
Yella Beezy has reported.
That's what some people are saying. Somebody said I would have left his ass in there. Somebody said this is crazy. I reported on this too. He finna be cooked. And then another commenter said, Grandma, he's still going to prison. That's why I said he's not really actually free. What are these people talking about? He's just out of jail right now, but he still is not free because they're still going to be watching, that damn monitor. If he go out of the house, it's going to go off. Or if he does anything else to it. And plus he cannot, it's good that, it's good for him that he's in his home, but still it's having your freedom. You go out when you want to go out. You don't have to get authorization or anything. There's nothing like that type of freedom. Okay, point blank.
He's been released from jail.
Let's see what
After his
they got.
bond was reduced from $2 million.
So let's say why Yella Beezy get bail and not Little Dirt? His grandma worked for the feds. Let's see what this man talking about. Okay, let's listen to him.
$2 million bill. That's because Yella Beezy grandma is working with the police. She is an officer of the court. She worked for him for 20 years. She just retired. If y'all watch that hearing,
Really?
she had all the right answers and they asked her all the right questions because they prepped her already. I wouldn't be surprised if the prosecution prepped her already. He's supposed to be cooked. They got a witness saying that they was there when he made an agreement to pay for the murder. They said they was there when he gave up his portion of the murder for hire money. Because evidently there's more than one person that paid for the hit.
And who is the other person?
Then they asked Yella Beezy, could he pay for the $2 million bail? His grandma said no. But then the prosecutor turned right around and read his bank statements and say he got $800,000 in one account and $200,000 in another account. But then the grandma got up there and answered all the right questions. I'm talking about she was answering dope boy questions. Like, she answered questions that I didn't expect her to answer. Like, they was trying to trip her up, but she had her answers down pat. Now, they got a witness, and everybody keeps saying it's the dude, Kiwan, or whatever his name is, but they keep saying he telling because he did that interview. But he not the one that's their star witness, because they said that they got a witness that was there when Kiwan got paid the money, and Yella Beezy only gave up a portion of the money. They said that they was there when they agreed to take the contract. So it's not him. It's not him. It's somebody else. So that being said, it should be easy for Yella Beezy to know who told him, because you know who was all in that room when you agreed to pay for Mo3 to get killed. And you know who was in the room when you put up your half of the money for dude to go and kill Mo3. So it's easy. And they letting him out. But I want to know why is they letting Yella Beezy out and Lord Durk ain't out. Yeah. Lord Durk got way more money to put up than Yella Beezy. They denied his $250,000 bill because they knew that was going to create an uproar. But they knew they was letting him home anyway because his grandma is one of them.
Wow.
And she had to admit it on the stand that she worked for the county, Dallas County, for 20 years and she retired. But they still got as much trust in her being retired as they had in her when she worked there. And you can tell by the questions. This is set up. If you're not paying attention to this trial and paying attention to how they railroading Durk, and they ain't got half as much evidence as they got on Yella Beezy as they got on Durk. They don't even have the shooters. They grabbed a bunch of Durk homies and said one of y'all to shoot. But this Yella Beezy trial gonna be interesting. Then the goofball that they saying is the shooter, he doing the interview from jail on a cell phone in the feds. He got to be the dumbest dude in the country. Mm-hmm. For one, they charging people now. Back when I was going to jail, right? You get caught with a phone, you go to the hole for 2-3 weeks. Now, when you get caught with a cell phone, they automatically charge you with tampering with evidence. That comes with just having a phone, because they saying you can use it to call people that's on your case. So that comes with it automatically, whether you did that or not. Then he on the interview, knowing it's gonna go viral. He talking about the case on the interview. He got to be the dumbest dude in the world. But this is just a funny case as it's showing out anyway. But my question is, how is they giving Yella Beezy bail and not Lord Dirt? That show you the fixes it.
Yeah.
Why Lord Dirt ain't get $2 million though?
You made some interesting points though. And I said the same thing yesterday. And also, who is the other people, who witnessed this, who knows that this happened with the money? Who are these people? Who else is responsible? Okay, who else is responsible for Mo3's unaliving? Anyway, I will keep you guys updated on that, as I get more information. And if anything major happens, I'll let you guys know throughout the week. If not, then I'll let you guys know on Monday. And make sure y'all check out where I put my community post at too, because a lot of times I put messages up there as well. I think
that's because Yella Beezy grandma is working with the
post. I think I covered all of the stuff that I said I was going to cover tonight, guys. Of course, I have more breaking news, but it's just getting too late. I'm not going to try to do them. I did give you the one story, like I said, so that's a good thing. Y'all make sure y'all think about that story, little girl and everything. And that's going to be it for the night. That's going to be it. We've been on here for 1 hour and 22 minutes. Let me make sure I don't have anything else real quick before we leave. Let's see. All right, I don't see. I think I covered everything. Now, when I get off, I'll be saying to myself, hold on, let me tell that girl, okay. I'm not leaving. No, just contact me when you get here. Just text me. I'm not going to leave no garage open. No, just call me. Just call. Let me say just call. Hold on. Just ask her, just text me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so Monday I'm gonna tell y'all some more information about Gene Hackman. I'm not gonna try to do that tonight. And then I think I did everything else. They claim that Morgan Freeman is past due to you guys. I was gonna let you guys know that. He is 87 years old, so I don't know why they think, when people start aging, it's impossible for them to be having pain and fatigue and can't sleep and things like that. He's like almost 90. All right. That's crazy. And then I do have some more Diddy news. I can tell y'all this real quick before I leave. Aaron Hall has allegedly gone missing as his and Diddy's sexual assault accusers attempts to serve him. So he dodged it, huh? He died and so he won't get served those papers. Let me see. Let me take Sean Kingston name off it. We just tripped ourselves. Okay. Let's put it back on this right here. Hold on. Let's put it back on here. So they said he is allegedly missing as Lisa Gardner continues to attempt to serve him papers for a lawsuit accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of alleged sexual assault. Now, in turn, she wants permission to serve him through newspaper notices, as she's been unable to advance the lawsuit, and she originally filed in November 2023. Now, as you guys remember, because I told you about this case, Gardner claims Hall and Diddy allegedly actually assaulted her after an MCA Records event in 1990 or 1991 when she was just 16 years old. That's crazy. So they did say they have made process servers have reportedly made several attempts to serve Aaron Hall, including at his View Park, California address. They also went to Tarzana, California. And they've been checking all around, and still they cannot catch up with this dude, you know? So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what else they can do. But whatever, if they can do something else, they need to try and do it, because I believe this dude is going to be ducking and dodging for the longest. But anyway, that'll be it, and I'll keep you guys updated on all these topics that I went over tonight. Thank you to Jermaine, Make the Great Podcast. Let's see who else was over here. I think that's it. Just let's see what else. Yeah, I just think there's just you, Nate, and then you, Jermaine. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks to everybody in the bushes and everybody who watches this in replay. Y'all have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And I'll see you guys Monday night for the next live. And I'll still look up the information I had on Dolph, and then I'll share it with you guys on Monday. If anything major breaks out, I'll come back and do a live. But if not, then on Monday. And like I told you guys before, they had a 7.7 earthquake. Let's see. In this foreign country, I forgot what's the name of the country. Let's see. I know one thing, you can pull up the pictures online and you can see when one of those buildings, a newly constructed building, they were still doing construction on it, it just toppled down. And then I guess they had like pools on top of the roof. All that water started coming down here in Thailand. All that water started coming down. I'm making show y'all the video. Let me show y'all that video before we ready to go. Wait. Not this. Wait, let me go to it real quick. I'm going to show you this video. Yeah, it was a 7.7, I think, or 7.0 or something like that. I think this is it right here. Let me tell y'all see these pictures. Y'all probably already seen it, but I'll say it again. I'm not going to play these people screaming and stuff either. Just let y'all see the video before we get out of here. Look at that thing going. This is the earthquake caused all of this. All the other buildings stayed up except this newly construction. I guess let me put the sound filter. Look at them pose. That's the earthquake making a move like that. It looked like only one of them fell down. All the other structures came up. I mean, stayed up the buildings. I think they keep on showing us a picture of that one building, I think. Not sure. That baby just a crying. That's sad. Look at that, all that water. Dang. See all that water? Damn, it just falls right now. But you know, they was working on that building. Okay, so they probably didn't have everything on, together and stuff. But all those other buildings stayed up. Yeah, they still up. They probably not stable. 7 point something. Damn, man, that earthquake is powerful, man. That's exactly why I'm gonna leave here in a couple of years, because I don't want to experience no major earthquake here. But anyway, my prayers are sending out to the people of that country and stuff. Gosh, this is sad. It really, truly is. That building just shattered. And I was looking at how those damn poles were shaking back and forth. I felt a couple earthquakes, but small ones. I mean, it's not something that you really want to experience. I'm gonna just tell you guys straight up. It's a trip. There was something else I wanted to tell you guys. I'm trying to find it. I think that's it. Anything, like I said, anything that I missed, I'll let you guys know on Monday. Okay, because I don't remember. So to recap, Beezy, he is out on bail. He posted 75,000. I don't know who posted it or if he did it himself, but he is out on house arrest with an ankle monitor on. He had to turn in his passport. He cannot be in contact with any victims or witnesses or anybody of that nature. And he can't have anybody do it for him either. Because if they find out in the court, the judge finds out, then he is going to be in a lot of trouble. All right. And then what else did they take away from him? I can't remember, but those are some of the things that he cannot do, now that he's on house arrest. Okay. And then we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. We talked about Kanye West. He has another lawsuit being served on him. Then we talked about the crazy babysitter / on and off again girlfriend. She ended up stabbing her boyfriend's child 10 times with knives and scissors. And then she wrote messages to him in the little girl's blood. That's crazy. And then we talked about, let's see, I think I covered everything that we talked about. Let's see. We talked about briefly about Aaron Hall going missing after he was involved in the Didi's sexual assault. Okay, so the accuser is trying to serve him and cannot contact him. Okay, so that's it. And we went over a couple more stories, I believe, but that's all that I was going to recap right now. All right. So other than that, you guys have a good night, a good weekend, and I'll see you guys at my next live. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. And y'all, I'll see y'all on Monday. Check out my Dollar Tree shopping haul and my walkthrough. Those are separate videos. And check out my reaction videos if you watch Country Wayne skits. And my YouTube too. Check those out too. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next live. Peace out.